Chris from Volpe's Training with a little show and tell time. I have been super busy in the shop, got a lot going on, got a lot of new stuff, new prototypes, new things we're doing. So end of September, I'm going to be attending and vending at my very first Comic-Con. Now, I do a lot of custom work and most of my products are meant to be for martial artists as training tools, but there is a lot of crossover to people who are interested in cosplay, costume props, people into the Comic-Con scene. And what's really cool is a lot of martial artists are also part of those scenes. And so it just crosses over, and it's really cool when you get martial artists who ask for a custom order and say, hey, can you make me this particular weapon from this character because I want to actually fight with his weapon. So that makes for a lot of fun because doing things like that, you get a lot of creative flow, and we can help people kind of live out some of their dreams. And so anyway, I've been working on some stuff for the Comic-Con. I'm going to test out that market and see if that's something something we can do well in. So trying to come up with ideas of things. I want to have some original ideas to bring into it. I want to make some weapons that people know and are familiar with and have interest in. So here's a few things I've been working on. For all you Klingon fans, this is one of the first ones. We're going to see how people like this guy. I've had a lot of requests for this for a long time. Just never got around to doing it, but here it is. This is my version of the Klingon Mackleth. I think I'm saying that correctly, the Mackleth. It's one of those things that you look at it and you're like, yeah, I wonder how that would work, and you know, if you actually fleshed it out and made it so you could actually wield it. Turns out surprisingly good. It the heavy guard actually bounces off the forward heavy blade, and it's quite balanced. It chops with some significant authority, but at the same time, it returns very fast. So it's not like heavy and then slow to on the return. It moves around very nicely, short space, short range, works inside of a tight space. If I was on a starship fighting in narrow corridors and doorways, this would be a good weapon to have. I can see why this would be a thing for your Klingon warriors. Pretty cool weapon. So this thing is like everything else, hand ground, 3/4 inch thick HTPE. You can beat the tar out of this thing. These are going to be fun. Other stuff I'm making for Comic-Con and for that whole fantasy and comic and anime type market there. Had a lot of requests for a kama, so I wanted to do something that wasn't your typical dojo looking kama. I wanted something with a little character, a little fun, a little fantasy to it. I kind of have this fascination with the idea of orc culture and what kind of weapons they would make. So I made a few things that are going to have kind of that rugged, you know, forged in a goblin cave kind of look to them. This thing was a lot of fun. This is my, maybe it's an orcish kama, I don't know. But it was a heck of a lot of fun to make it. I'm going to make a bunch of these. These will be available at the Comic-Con, and these will also probably end up in the catalog. Besides being fantasy, it actually is functional, moves well, and you got that rear spike for back shots. Does everything a kama does, but it's a lot of fun. Cool stuff. This one's just for fun, of course. I took the Fenix series Pakal knife and I created a orc culture weapon. I made a like a troll's tooth Pakal Dagger. So you got all the fun of a Pakal Dagger with an orc's tooth. So yeah, cool. What else I got here? All right, you Skyrim geeks, I got something for you. I kept looking at this dagger and I was like, boy, it looks cool. I wonder what happens if you flesh it out and make it, does it work well? It's a cool little dagger. The balance with the shape puts the weight like right about in here. So I'd say right at the guard. It moves super fast, which is ideal for a short knife, for a knife. You don't sword, you want a little more chop out here. With this knife, you can move very nicely in tight spaces. Very quick return. I really like this one. This one's a lot of fun. I may make some variations of this, but this version will definitely probably go to the catalog, and we'll see what future versions I come up with. What else? Orc culture. I took the classic orc scimitar. The movie versions were actually, looked it up, and it was like 40 inches long, which is just really big and awkward and unwieldy unless you're a 6'6", 400-pound York-Hai soldier. I made something scaled down, a little more realistic in size and ease of wielding, but we'll consider this the compact orc scimitar. But it handles very nicely, something like you expect, kind of like a forward heavy machete, and you got the back spike. Make sure it's rounded for safety here because we're just practicing. But this is a lot of fun. So if you ever want to train like an orc, this is your big chance. Or if you got yourself a cool orc or York-Hai cosplay, here's your prop. You're all set. How about an Orc Karambit? Do they use Karambits? I don't know. But if I was a goblin in the mountains, fighting in tight spaces, in tunnels and mountain caves, yeah, I'd want a Karambit maybe. So here's my Orc Karambit. Nice rugged construction and style. You expect an orc culture. So yeah, this thing's fun. What else? Oh, so cool things. I was at the 3-day Bikini Turgid International Training Camp in August, and I was assigned a special project for some of Coach Danny Terrell's guys. So Coach Danny Terrell, Bikini Turgid International, he's known for, among the group there, for his axe handle trainers. He takes hickory axe handles and he grinds them and reshapes them into a sword trainer. And they're wonderful, well-balanced sword trainers. They're fantastic. And his design keeps a space along the guard, just forward of the guard here, where there's no edge, so that you could use that for half swording techniques, if you're familiar with those. So I was commissioned by one of his students to make a polymer version. So I made a bunch of those at camp. People snapped them up fast. So it seems like people like them. I'm gonna add them to the catalog. They are really cool. So this is the polymer version of Coach Danny's hickory axe handle trainer. Has a double-edged grind. The space here for half swording techniques, getting that second hand on the blade. Nicely textured handle, and it is a lot of fun to work with. I'm moving kind of careful because it's really tight quarters. I got a grinder right here and a table full of stuff here I don't want to spill over. So, but these are really great. As I said, the half sorting technique allows some really cool options. So these will be in the catalog soon. While playing around with this, I was looking at it and like, well, I kind of like that. Looks like a little eye or a little creature or something here. And of course, this is how I function. I see something, I get an idea, and then I got to play with it. So I ended up getting in the spirit of this whole Comic-Con thing, and I created a dragon-handled saber, almost like a Zanzibar. I'm not sure what we want to call it yet, but this is a lot of fun. I actually really like this. It moves really nicely, even in this tight space here. Yeah, this is fun. I'm loving this, and it's fun to do the little creative bits here. Got a nice little dragon's head on there, and I did the handle pattern to be more of a dragon scale. So yeah, these are gonna be fun. There's no reason a polymer trainer can't also have some aesthetic and some fun looks to it. So check it out. We might call this a dragon Zanzibar, maybe. I don't know, I'm still thinking about it. But this I like this sword. It's a lot of fun to play with. I've been playing with it all day in the shop. What else? I've got a new heavy tanto style that I'm going to be adding real soon. This was a project I started a long time ago, and I never liked it, and I kept tinkering the handle, didn't like it, chucked it, started all over again. Finally today I was like, I finally like this, and I wanted to have something with kind of like that heavy guard space here, and the big steep bevel grinds on there. So it's got that almost East meets West kind of feel. Did the texture in the handle kind of simulate a wrapped handle, but nice and grippy, great for you Japanese style martial artists. It's kind of got a nice old school and modern feel to it. So nice heavy tanto trainer, that'll be coming out soon. What else? I freshened up the ever popular and infamous Volpe's Training Mini Native Club. Changed up the handle, gave it a little update. I kind of like this style. It's got a little bit more, it's a little less boring, but still nice and grippy. And this is still one of the best things ever that I just loved to make these. People get these in their hands and like, I knew this was gonna be fun, but this is really fun. And this is just great. These are designed to be able to be held either way facing, so you have choice of striking surfaces. You can strike with here, almost like a sword. You can also flip it over, and then now you have a forward heavy, almost like a kukri, where you have the striking point on here. No matter how you hold it, the point is always in line for a thrust. If you need to use the back end here, you've got nice puño. No matter which way you hold it, you've got places to poke and prod or hook with. Even in the clinch, grabbed up with two hands. Now I have a point in the center and on the sides to use. Roll it over, same thing. I now have points and strike points. So no matter how you hold it and no matter what range you're at, it has something to offer. These are so versatile, great little tool. A lot of guys keep these in their Jeeps or in the truck, keep them by the door, whatever. Works nice in a tight space. You got a hallway in a small apartment. You got a tool that can, you know, work even in a tight space, help keep you safe. A lot of fun. So that's what I got going on for now. And oh, wait, almost forgot. So the Fenix series of trainers, where these are more of our budget line, and they are made from a 1/2-inch thick HDPE with a textured finish on them. So I made a bunch more of those. Those are going in the catalog soon. I went for a larger combat style, almost like a K-bar-ish kind of size range, you know, about a 7-inch handle or so. So if you want like a classic style combat utility knife, that is coming. What else? I got a kind of a fancy looking boot Dagger here. Fits the hand really nicely, almost like a Peugeot. So that'll be coming out soon. I made a drop point version of our Bikini Dagger. The Bikini Dagger has been super popular. I sold out of those at PTI camp very quickly. But they usually have a straight spine. This time I put like a drop point on it. So that'll be a variation that's available. Also a clip point version of the Bikini Dagger. So if you like more of a clip point or Bowie style, that's going to be available. What else? We got a design here from a PTI member, Ken Jowers. Design that he did with another PTI knife maker from back in the day, and that might be coming out soon. So that's what I've got on hand for right now. That was a lot. I'm gonna make individual videos for most of these, quick 30-second clips, so those will be posted up So that's what's going on. Big stuff. A foray into the Comic-Con cosplay market, adding in lots of new martial training weapons. Good times, keeping me super busy, working through the weekends, but it's all worth it, and I'm glad to be making stuff for you guys, and I love talking to you guys on the website. I'm talking to people all day long, whether it's on the chat feature, on the new website, Facebook, Instagram. You guys are just, it's great. I'm meeting all these great people from all over the world, great martial artists, and sharing ideas and just fun stuff. So thank you. You guys are part of Volpe's training. So check us out at www.volpestraining.com. Got over 100 different models on the website. Make sure you go to our new website, the one I gave. Don't bother with the old Etsy. That's still there, but that's not really our main site, and it does not contain our complete catalog. So you're missing out if you're going to the old Etsy. So stick to the new website, www.volpestraining.com, and we'll see you later.